Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. First of all, thank you guys for being patient with me and upload daily begins today. Promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. Thanks to one of the commentators from 4 months ago. I'm sorry, I can't remember the username perfectly, but they recommended this manga for me to read, and I did, and I am loving it. Chapter 1 in, and it is phenomenal. Shout out to Katana and Utagawa, right? Let me just make sure I'm saying Utagawa correctly. It is Utagawa. These two characters. Now, if you guys read Yugami-kan, or Yugami-kan has no friends, or, there's a few others that I read, including Kaguya-sama, and stuff like that I probably should, in Tomo-chan. I should probably review all of them, but I just haven't caught up to them in a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? But when I do, I think I might do like a character breakdown of those type of shows, mangas, etc., etc. So, the story it's kind of from Katana's perspective, really. He seems to have like like a self-loathing crisis, or like a identity type crisis. You know what I mean? He's unsure of what he should be. He doesn't really know. He fails to connect with people, right? Even later on in the chapter, we see when he walks past his dad, he doesn't really have that strong connection. But with Utagawa-san, he finds that connection. The one thing he was looking for, or that he needed in that moment in time. He's a high school student. He doesn't really talk to people, so he's kind of lonely. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he doesn't realize it, that his loneliness, but it definitely is the key reason here. So that was really intriguing to see. I really like that perspective of the story. Now we meet the two of them, Utagawa-san, the girl, and Katana-san, the boy, and they both work together in a convenience store, which is, a good premise. But we discover quickly that Katana-san, we kind of see why he has no friends. He's very inept when it comes to talking to other people or socializing. He's pretty horrible at it. I'm kind of surprised he's allowed to work in the till. But basically, a customer is like comes through to buy some shit, but they didn't bring the loyalty card, and my man goes off. It's like, man, why ain't you bring your damn loyalty card? That's the most important shit to bring now. I'm slightly exaggerating, I'm saying he ain't gonna be that bad. But, in that vein, Utagawa-san sees that and is like, oh lord, here he goes again. But she kind of laughs it off. I think she kind of finds it a bit cute how inept he is. And she, throughout the first chapter, she refers to him as a robot that's like learning life, learning reality almost. It's kind of cute. It's kind of mean, but it's a cute mean. It's like a little jab, you know what I'm saying? Those little jabs you do if you like somebody, you know what I'm saying? Those little pokes, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, flex on a bit like screw. But yeah, so then basically his scanner is like not scanning immediately, so he starts attacking the scanner, like scan, like what the fuck is wrong with you, scanner? And then Utagawa was like, let me rescue this motherfucker. And then he say, oh, customer, you can pull up here. I'ma deal with you. Boom, boom. The manager pulls up like, yo, but that's been like 5 complaints in 3 months. Oh, it could be 3 complaints in 5 months. I can't remember which one. But it's like, I think I'ma just say 5 in 3 months. It sounds more intense. So 5 complaints in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to lay it in him. Utagawa-san is like, yo, manager, this is a come quick situation. Please pull up. We need to sort this out. The manager runs over and sees that she got stacked up these noodles, and she obviously, I think she's afraid that they might fall if she puts the top on, so he's there to kind of like protect it and shit, just in case it does collapse. But it's like she piled it up perfectly, and I'm sure she had it by herself, but she was just like, yo, just in case we want to do this again, so can you just so he's a goalkeeper for that shit. And then, Katana-san notices that he notices that. He's like, damn, bro, like, shout out to this girl, bro. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, he's like, thank you for covering for me and helping me in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. You looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? And then they start talking about like his problem with talking to people, and he's like, maybe it's the blonde hair, which I found hilarious because it's obviously not. And then she's like, maybe it's how tall you are. Again, trolling his ass. And then she calls him a penguin, like she says like he should be like a penguin, and just be more like this, like, because that way he'd look cute or whatever. And then he does it, and she just starts pissing herself laughing, and he almost runs away. And then she's like, "Oh, I got hella apples." And he's like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with apples, bro? What are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? I like his attitude. The fuck you talking about, cuz? Fuck you mean? What do you do with apples, cuz? It's like, "Oh, I guess you don't want some of this jam that I made." You know what I'm saying? I made some apple jam in this bed. I suppose you don't want my handmade apple jam. My boy, his brain started doing circles, bro. Shit started doing backflips and shit, bro. My shit, butterflies was flying out of his ears, bro. I swear to God, he was literally like loving this shit. He was like, "Yo, is he gonna be my girlfriend? Is she gonna be my girlfriend if I accept this? Oh my God!" And then he's like, I'll take some." You know what I'm saying? He takes that shit, and then she's about to dip. She about to bounce, and he's like, "Oh, can you come to the shop with me?" And then she's like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's go." You know what I'm saying? Let's go. They pull up to this motherfucking store, pull up, and he's very, yeah. You find out, yeah, he's a little bit robotic. My boy just does not know shit. She's like, "Yo, do you make some of whatever? It's like this type thing. I don't know what it's called. Like gyro. I think it's like gyro or some shit. Like, oh, you ever had that?" He's like, "I've had it, but like not really." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yo, you gotta have it, cause I got a big ass family." That's what she said. Like, I got a big ass family, and we have a special day where we have this gyro thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have some properly. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, So then there's actually a part I forgot to mention. I think she mocks him. She's like, "It feels like you're the type of person that would be like, discovering like this robot discovering life is like tears. I finally cried or some shit like that." You know what I mean? It's kind of like, man, it's funnier in their manga. I'm sorry, I'm not a comedian, man. I should have learned how to be funny, man. I should have went to that comedy class that one time back in 1995, even though it was only for back episode. But that's how and then the story keeps progressing, and then they go outside. Oh no, he buys her bread. He buys her bread like the most expensive loaf of bread, but she didn't know it's for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get bread for this jam that you gave me." You know what I'm saying? So I can eat this jam with some of this bread. You know what I'm saying? Jam and bread. Jam bread, jam bread. You know what I'm saying? That shit a good combination. So let me do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you bought me this. You got me, made me this jam from your hands, and I love your hands. They're cute. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't say that part out loud. But he kept that shit in his head. You know what I'm saying? So then he buys the bread, and she's like, "Damn, you bought the most expensive bread and shit." And then he's like, "Okay, it's for you, so you can eat the jam with it." She's like, "Oh my God, why you being so nice?" It's like, "Oh, because you helped me in that situation at the shop." You know what I'm saying? And then she's like, "But yo, like you helped me with that pervert when I had my skirt, and because I had my school uniform that day, and he was trying to take motherfucking photos of my booty, you know what I'm saying, of my nicks, you know what I'm saying, from the back, and you just pulled up and kick that motherfucker out the store with your aggression." You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I owed you. And then he's like, "Oh, but you gave me jam," you know what I'm saying, "and you did that store for me." So then they're like, and then he was like, "Why don't we do like a gratitude day so that we can balance it out, that where we give each other gifts on a weekly type basis." You know what I'm saying? Why don't we do that? You know what I'm saying? Because he cute with it. He's very cute with it. He's slick. He a slick motherfucker, man. He think we ain't noticed. He a slick motherfucker, man. So we're like, okay. Demons just not in my blast. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, that shit wavy. That got my boy kind of smooth like butter. You know what I'm saying? Then she's like, they're like, "Oh, we should go somewhere, blah, 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 next time or whatever." And then she's like, "Oh, for some reason, all I can think about is the aquarium." And then he's like, "Oh, that's probably because you were calling me a penguin." And then he does the motion and start taking the piss out of his ass, man. She start roasting this man, like, with the shots. You know what I'm saying? It's all implied. It's not really told. I kind of wish it showed the roasting. That's my little bit of a complaint. I think it refers to things a lot, but it doesn't, like, say it directly. Sometimes I want it to just put that shit in text so I can laugh out loud a bit more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so then she, you know what I'm saying, she obviously gets him under control, and then he's thinking of weddings already, bro. My dude is in love quick, man. Even when he was like running from her, then she was like, "Oh, I can be a penguin too." And then she did the penguin thing, and he was like, "Oh, you still look cute." And then he caught himself like, "Oh damn, I was about to say you still look cute as hell." And then like, let me stop myself before I expose myself. And then he was like, "Oh, cuckoo. Yeah, you look cuckoo doing that. You look crazy doing that shit." You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So then they get home, and like his dad goes up to him like, "Oh, what? Like, why are you so late from coming home or whatever?" He's like, "It's none of your business, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I do what I want, bitch. But no, actually, that's not true. I found somebody that I finally give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? And then she's gone home and she's like, oh damn, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait to see him again. You know what I'm saying? So you know we're gonna get a good ass relationship. And unlike You Got Me Come, where it's only implied that they end up together, I hope to God these motherfuckers get together, man. I hope to God I want to see this happy ass ending. This, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need some of that romance juice, you know what I'm talking about. Great chapter 1, great introduction. So glad I read it. Thank you guys for recommending it. If you got any more recommendations, leave that shit in the comment section below. I'm trying to upload every day, so like the more serious and mangas and stuff I have to read, the more I can upload, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like or a dislike, you know, whatever, depending how you feel about the video. And you know, welcome to 2020. It's been your boy Supreme, sharing on off.